Hey guys, this is Nasar, aka the Real Estate Doru. I'm not a guru, I'm a Doru because I actually do this business. Today we're going to talk about marketing to buyers. If you have not watched previous videos, please watch this series, How to Wholesale and Get Your First Deal. All right. What we're going to talk about is marketing to buyers. We went over the previous weeks with getting the contract and everything like that. Now, there are a few ways we can do it. All right. One of the easiest ways, we can go to durudata.com, right? You go to durudata.com, sign up for your free trial. You can use the code Real Estate Doru. You'll get a free trial. And with the free trial, you can utilize that to look around, put the property's address in, right? And get the property's address in. And one of the features I like about it is you can actually see the cash sales and who bought those properties, and then you can get their names, skip trace those people, or you can text them in durutexting.com or Google Voice or whatever you prefer. I like to do a blast, so I just use like a durutexting.com, promo code Real Estate Doru. All those links will be in the description. Do not worry about it. However, let's say you say, hey, look, I'm flat broke. I need to sell this property. Facebook Marketplace is not the ideal place. However, you can use Facebook Marketplace, but please make sure you have the property under contract, please. That may seem simple to some, and if you've been following the steps in the series, you know that that's very important to have the property under contract. However, there are people who try to sell things on sites like Facebook Marketplace, and they found themselves in big trouble because they did not have the property under contract, which is at that point fraud. So you can find yourself in big trouble. And a lot of people used to do this way back in the day when Craigslist was very popular before Facebook Marketplace. And I've seen people get in trouble for that. So please make sure you have the property under contract before you utilize Facebook Marketplace, okay? So Facebook Marketplace is one place you can sell the property. Another place, Bigger Pockets, you gotta have the Pro account, okay? You have the Pro account or one of their premium accounts, you can list in their marketplace to find real buyers. That's a great source because there's a lot of real estate investors there, okay? Now, you can go to Meetups. If you go to a site like meetup.com, type in your zip code, and real estate, you will find, if you're in a major city, probably over 100 real estate meetups. You go to one of those meetings and say, hey, look, I have a deal. Normally they have a time slot available for that. But when you walk in and you see who's hosting the meeting, just ask them, hey, will you have a time slot for people selling, wholesale deals? Normally they do. And you can say, hey, look, I have property 123 Main Street. You will get bombarded with people if it's a good deal. Or you can say, hey, I'm a wholesaler. If you're looking to buy properties, give me a card. Everyone in there will give you a card, okay? I had to build up my list on the ground, literally, but yeah, you can go to sites like that. I mean, places like that, like a Meetup, they're very good. Your local RIA, very good, and it's free majority of the time, unless there's a cost getting in. But places like that. Now, let's say if you are in a major city, so let's say you are in Los Angeles. If you go on Facebook and type in Los Angeles real estate investors, okay? I'm quite sure there's a Facebook group. And with that particular Facebook group, you can go in there and say, hey, I have a deal at 123 Main Street, such and such, LA, California, whatever. And if it's a good deal, you will find a buyer in there for your deal. I have bought deals in those Facebook groups. I have bought deals in those Facebook groups, sight unseen. If it's a good price, you'll sell it. Okay, if it's not selling and you're putting your property in front of multiple buyers, then it's not them, it's you got the property too high, okay? I've seen people come up with their own speculations and try to sell a property too high. Just one example is, hey, this property is close to downtown, so, property is worth $250, I got it under $180. Now, I know in this particular pocket, I have inside information that these houses need $60,000 and $70,000 worth of work. So if I getting the property for $180 that's worth $250, then needs, $60 to $70, some of you say, oh, you might break even. No, after I pay closing costs, money costs, and holding costs, I'm going to be losing money. So you have to get a property at a good deal. Can't be speculation of a good deal in your head. It has to be a good deal on paper. Okay. So who else can you go find cash buyers? If you have a realtor contact, right? A realtor contact can pull a cash buyers list. But again, I like durudata.com. You can find the cash transactions, find the buyers. With the realtor cash transactions, you can get that in durudata.com without bothering the realtor if you don't have a relationship with the realtor. But basically what a realtor can do is pull all the cash transactions and send those to you, and then you can skip trace those people and contact them, okay? Now, last but not least, how can you find the buyer? This is how I found my first buyer, right? Went to a realtor, said, hey, look, can you send me cash transactions? Found out who owned the property, and I made the flyer and mailed it. I personally don't think you have to mail cash buyers anymore. I think with texting or like platforms like durutesting.com, I think stuff like that is a much more simpler way to get in front of cash buyers. Yes, you have to find out who's in charge of that LLC, etc. But I think it's much more efficient ways. However, if you want to mail a cash buyer, please feel free to do so. So those are multiple ways I just gave you how to find a cash buyer. In the event that you exhaust all those ways, there's no buyer, get feedback on the transaction. Please get feedback on the transaction, okay? Say, hey, I'm just curious, what price would you need to be at to buy this particular property? You know, ask questions. And they say, hey, you got the property for 60, I need to be at 20, but you're hearing that 5 times, then no, it's not the cash buyer's fault. It's your fault. You got the property too high. I have seen transactions like that where the property is worth, let's say $160,000, and the person's trying to sell it for $50,000 and it needs 80 to 90 worth of work. You know what I mean? So ideally, a cash buyer would probably need to be at 20 when you factor in holding costs, realtor commissions, and closing costs. All right, so those are ways that you can find a cash buyer. And just before I let you go, there's one more important way, JV. All right, do not be afraid to JV on your first deal, okay? Like if you know a seasoned wholesaler in your market, don't be afraid to reach out and say, hey, let's partner on this deal. And most people look at it, oh, I don't want to give up 50%, or I don't want to give up this amount, I'll pay you that. Me personally, I'd rather get 25% of something than 100% of nothing. With some wholesalers, they get this deal and they mentally spent the money in their head and they don't want to partner with nobody and they don't make nothing instead of just partnering with somebody. So if you partner with a seasoned investor in your market, they can probably get it sold and you can move on to the next deal. This is, when you're wholesaling, it's a volume game. It's not really one and done. If you need more access to me to ask questions, please on Facebook, right? What you're gonna do is go to Wholesaling with the Doru on Facebook. All right, all of the links are gonna be below in the description. You can find me on Instagram at Real Estate Doru, okay? And you can go to my blog, realestatedoru.com is my blog, and you can opt in and you get the free contracts and assignment, the assignment that I use to assign to buyers. Until next time, I wish you much success in your life and in your business. Peace.